So the question is,
Yeah.
what risks did the filmmakers take in filming in Maidan during the protests?
Well, it's a strange little story. We've been filming for a little while, and I decided it was time for me to learn how to use a camera, and so I bought one. And I went to the protests, and Fyodor was out of the country. He had fled. So I didn't think I didn't know where he was or if he'd ever come back. But I went there, and I was looking around, and then some stun grenades started going off. And I was terrified. I'm from Milwaukee. I'm not searching. I wasn't searching for anything here. I didn't want to be a hero or a martyr. And a stun grenade went off, and it knocked me off my feet, and I fell into a pile of people, and one of those people was Fyodor. And there were about 50,000 protesters. It's totally insane. And I don't believe in miracles, but that was a very strange miracle. And I just pulled the cap off the camera. I turned it on. I said, Fyodor, what's happening? And that's the opening scene of the movie. And that's the only thing I filmed. And that's when Fyodor said, well, it's the return of the Soviet Union. It's coming back. After that, I said, I'm getting out of here. This is too dangerous. And we can take some archival footage from someone else. And Fyodor agreed, although he stayed for another hour with Artyom and got some of that footage. But Artyom refused. And he said, I'm going back tomorrow morning, and I will stay all day. And he was sleeping overnight. He said, I want to capture this so that my kids know what happened. And he then went and he filmed the riot police with his camera, as he told us. I don't know if it's 100% clear, but the bullet went into he was using a long lens. It went into the lens of his camera. It exploded his camera. It saved his life. The second bullet hit his bicep, knocked him to the ground, and the two people on either side were killed. And we didn't mention that because it's 5 minutes before the end, and I knew it would take the viewer's mind off of the story of Fyodor, which was about to end the film. But that explains his emotion. He disappeared. He didn't go to the hospital because they were taking people out of the hospital. They knew they were protesters, beating them and throwing them in the forest where they were found frozen the next day. So he walked and found a veterinarian to take the bullet out. We did an Indiegogo campaign, and that's what you see. That's why he's speaking in English. But I tried to keep everyone away from the front lines after that. But Artyom is his own man, and he just followed the story. And we weren't supposed to even touch that antenna. But Fyodor and Artyom, they didn't tell me, but they had planned out. And Artyom said, I need to pee. Is there a tree I can go behind? 45 minutes later, he came back, and then it was the next night he showed me that he had climbed up that antenna with a GoPro on his head and a camera in his arm, and it became one of the key shots of our movie. Now, then we went back with a drone when we got into Sundance because I wanted to be able to show the majesty of it. But that also, we had to make some well-placed gifts of vodka to the guards in order to get that drone up there. But in general, I tried to avoid dangerous situations. It was hard to know what was really dangerous, though, because one day Fyodor came to me and said, I want you to destroy all the footage. I was wrong. Everything I've been saying for the last year, maybe a fever. It's all wrong. And then he disappeared. And I said, Artyom, what's going on? What's up with Fyodor? And Artyom said, well, maybe I'll go with a secret camera and see. And I said, I don't know, it's a secret camera. He's a friend of ours. And Artyom said, no, don't worry. He's been asking me to film you with secret camera for the last month anyway. And I later learned Artyom was filming us both with secret cameras. So we had these ghosts infected us as well. We had this trio of paranoia. We were terrified of each other. He thought I was CIA. I didn't know what he was. I didn't know what happened to him. Artyom didn't know who to believe. And that was kind of Fyodor's whole point, that I didn't think it would actually happen and infect us, but it really did. And that was the scary part. It wasn't the stun grenades. It was not knowing who your friend is. And that's what it was like in the Soviet times when children would rat on their parents. I mean, it was horrible.